Hi guys! And welcome to episode 1 of the Carr Clan podcast.
He's him.
And she's her. That's right. Yeah. To be honest with you, we don't know what we're doing. We're making this up as we go along. But we're hopefully going to have a good time.
This is the definite definition of winging it.
Yeah. And hopefully you guys are going to have a good time as well. So, should we crack on with this?
Yeah.
Here's the jingle! Diddly
diddly diddly dip, the Carr Clan! If you don't know who the Carr Clan are, we are basically just a channel on YouTube that does vlogs and tutorials and that kind of crap, really. We do Vlogmas, Vlogoween.
It's mostly just having fun with the kids. So that there's always something there we can look back on. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
As much as we try and put out a video as often as we can, it's just filming the fun with the kids. I mean, our videos have got loads of views on a bunch of them. And I reckon a quarter of those are probably the kids watching it.
Yeah, well, it definitely was originally. They don't really watch them that much anymore, to be honest.
Are you kidding me?
No.
The amount of times I've caught Maggie with her headphones, curled up in her little egg pod thing, watching the pumpkin video and the Butlins videos is unbelievable. Yeah. Especially with what we got up to last week, which was going to Butlins.
Yeah.
In the whole run-up. Even though they didn't know we were going to Butlins, we also managed to book on for next year for Butlins, and the kids have been Butlins mad, so it kind of timed perfectly. Yeah, because they were super excited when we actually got there.
That was kind of my fault though, because they know that we've booked a holiday for next year, so I was just kind of saying things like, "Oh, what would you wear for that holiday?" Blah blah blah. You know, just try and get some insight on what to pack for them without them knowing. And then all the adverts have started up about Butlins on the TVs and everything again because of them reopening, and it was very hard to keep it a secret this time.
So
really hard. Mainly because we wanted to tell them.
Yeah. Normally we just want to keep it a secret because it makes life easier.
Yeah.
But it was, just wanted to tell them because it's been such a rough year and such a naff time.
Yeah. I mean, although we did manage to still go on both of the Butlins holidays last year.
Yeah, we lucked out massively, didn't we?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We got so lucky.
Yeah, we did.
We went the week before it closed. We left on Friday and then we were the last guests there.
Yeah, that Friday it shut down and we went into lockdown the week after, didn't we?
No, it was like the Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We just went straight into lockdown.
Literally 3 days later we was in lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe how lucky we were for that.
No, not at all.
And I really thought that the Halloween one was going to be cancelled as well. Because it's just been up and down all over the place last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. But again, that was a great time.
Yeah, it was. We've never been there for Halloween before and it was really good.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind doing a Christmas one. But at the same time, I can't be dealing with the seaside in the winter.
Yeah, that is something I've never done that before. Anywhere.
I don't think I'd like to. You know, like in Home Alone, where they're like, "Oh, let's go to Paris."
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like to. Like, I think I'd rather be at home.
Traditional Christmas, like.
Yeah, I'd rather be at home.
In the snow,
it's a weird.
Fake fireplace for us.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't see what you'd get out of that. Surely go in a summer time to have a nice holiday.
Yeah, but some people don't like it, do they? Some people don't even like Christmas, like winter or snow. They just want to be on the beach, which, you know, fair play to them if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, but you don't go away for Christmas then, do you? If you don't like Christmas, you just go away during Christmas to avoid it. But people actually go away for Christmas. One of my friends growing up, he used to go away for Christmas all the time. They'd just go to, like, Malta. They'd go to Malta for, like, 3 weeks over the Christmas period to go and have Christmas in Malta.
Where's Malta? Don't know.
Somewhere off Spain direction. I might be wrong. Probably am wrong. Tell us how wrong we are. You have a guess. Where do you think? Malta.
In Europe somewhere.
In Europe somewhere. Yeah. That's helpful. Europe's like one of the biggest. It's the biggest continent.
Well,
isn't it?
Not in England.
Not in England.
No,
okay.
not in the UK, should I say?
No, I feel like it's a little islandy bit, and I feel like these are two places that are miles away from each other, but I feel like it's either off Spain or like Italy kind of area. It's one of those two.
Well, what will we told if you know?
I bet I'm wrong on all of that.
So we went to Butlins. We didn't go on our own either. We went with Jono and Natasha. What's the YouTube thing?
I know his was J-Dog, but I actually don't know what their YouTube thing is. And this is like my best friends. You'll know people listening to this most of you will know Jono from. You probably know his dad more. He's just the boy that starts crying.
The boy.
He is in that
Not
video.
the man.
Let's be honest. In that video, he's like, what, 19
yeah,
at a
he's
push?
a young man, isn't he?
He's a little baba.
It's the Boot Boot video.
Yeah.
Where his dad has a go at that bus driver.
I actually don't know.
J-Dog Productions, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the one that they actually put everything on.
I am subscribed.
And me.
Yeah, it's J-Dog Productions.
Is that the one that they actually post all their stuff on as well?
They haven't done it 4
Vlog
months.
of the day.
They were doing vlogs every day, and it's 4 months ago was the last one they did. I think they managed it for a week.
Thank you to you as well, eh? Thank you, eh? Arsehole. You can fucking look, yeah. Piss off. Move your fucking arse. Twat. Careful. You should have fucking ate. Fucking bastard. Give my fucking tits to the Beep, 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 beep. No, fucking beep, beep. Oh, fucking beep, beep.
Oh, man.
You haven't seen it, go and find it. So yeah, that's Jono and Natasha. I met up with them, and I think that was why it was also so exciting.
Yeah, but how did you meet him?
How did I meet Jono?
Yeah, because we didn't meet him because he was a celebrity on fucking Facebook.
No, I knew him way before that. I met him working at the courthouse, doing the zombie stuff. And he was there. I'd met him online technically before I actually met him because I got added to all the groups, and he went on a different induction day to me. So I didn't actually meet him in real life until we did the dry run of it. He had all his professional photos and stuff because he was a photographer, and I was like, oh, this guy's a proper actor and knows what he's doing. Oh, how wrong I was.
Talk about
And
a
then
gig.
I barely spoke to Jono really until the first actual weekend. We were stopping at the courthouse and we went out for chicken, and then we was with Craig, who's pretty tall, and he made a comment about Jono being short, and then that was it. I latched onto that joke, and that joke still runs to now, and Jono's like my bestest mate. I asked him if he wanted me to pick him up so he could see over the counter to order his chicken, and then we've been friends ever since.
What weird ways to make friends.
I'm a lovable dickhead, that's what it is.
That's true.
I think you have to be a bit of a dick, and then if people want to be friends with you and you're a bit of a dick, you know they're worth being friends with. If you're like all lovely and amazing, and people want to be friends with you.
That is probably why I have no friends.
Because you're a complete dick.
Yeah.
Not a bit of a dick.
No, I only have 3 people that tolerate me, really.
Me, Maggie, Riley.
No. I have 3 best friends, and they've seen me at my worst.
You have 3 best friends?
Yeah.
Who?
Joe,
Yeah.
Fiona,
Yeah.
and Natasha.
Has Natasha seen you at your worst?
She has.
She
She's
has.
definitely not face to face because she lives so far away, but over video chats and stuff like that, she's seen it worse.
I don't think she has. She doesn't live with you. I don't think any of them have.
Yeah, but wife Kelda is different to best friend Kelda.
Okay.
I'd have nobody if anybody saw me like that.
At least you admit it. That's the important thing. That's pretty much been our week, isn't it, really? Been Butlins and hanging out with Jono and Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
And
They're getting married at the end of the year, and I'm a bridesmaid. I've never been a bridesmaid before. It's exciting for me. You know, we didn't speak of the wedding once on holiday
No.
because she forgot the bloody bridesmaid's dress.
I
What
think
a
she didn't.
tit.
I didn't think she wanted to bring it up because she'd keep getting brought up that she forgot stuff. She was like, if I just stay quiet about it, we can pretend that didn't happen.
Well, it worked.
It worked.
Because I never mentioned I forgot that she'd forgotten, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're a groomsman as well, aren't you?
Uh-huh. And a flower boy.
What?
Do you not know about that?
No. A flower boy?
Yeah, they asked me to be a flower boy as well.
It's not a flower boy, though, is it? It's a flower girl. It's a page boy.
I'm a flower boy.
Okay.
Why are you questioning what I'm telling you?
Okay. Explain what a flower boy is, then.
You know what a flower girl is?
Yeah.
Same thing, but me.
So you're a flower man?
Flower man. I like Bill and Ben without the pot.
Oh, God. So why is that happening?
Because they saw a video on the internet.
Oh, God. Is this the one where they're abroad?
I don't know. But the man comes down and he's like
It's
throwing the
that one.
flowers and stuff. And they're like, Nathan's doing that. So that's what I'm doing apparently.
In a kilt?
In a kilt.
That'd be so funny. Oh, man.
I'm going to wear
We'll
a
have to see if we
comedy
can find it
thong.
and put it at the back of
I'm going to wear a
this.
comedy thong underneath and do a handstand.
No, you're
And then
not.
fling flowers up. I'm not.
Do a flip. Do a backflip. That'd be
I'm going to find a way to hold a bucket of flowers under here and do a handstand and then all the flowers all fall down.
Oh, my God.
No, they want me to fill my sporran up with flowers and take them out of my sporran.
Oh,
It's like a Scottish bum bag.
Yeah.
It's a furry Scottish bum bag.
Ew, gross.
Oh.
As if you've not told me that.
I assume that conversation would have already happened with you and Natasha.
No.
And
Does
it did
Natasha know?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was their idea. They've even spoke to the venue.
Really?
Yeah. And
So
like,
they're serious about that?
yeah.
Oh my God.
I've got to pick some stupid music to do it to, and they're going to pick some music as well, and then we're going to pick which one's the stupidest music.
Do that one from Magic Mike. Pony by Genuine. You know it.
Do I?
Yeah.
How's it go? No, don't play it. I want you to tell me how it goes.
I'm not singing it.
Why?
Because I'm not.
Come on, give it some. Tell me how it
No.
goes.
I don't want to sing
How does it go? Give me a rough... Just a...
It's like, ew, 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 ew. And then the chorus bit is, if you're horny, let's ride it, or something like that.
Okay.
Ride it, my pony. Do you know which one I'm on about now?
I know which one you're on about now. I didn't from the first bit,
Oh.
but
Well, that was supposed to be the beat.
that was supposed to be the beat. the bit that had no beat to it whatsoever. Okay.
My alcoholic beverage for tonight, by the way, is one of them frozen sorbets from Aldi in Woo Woo.
I don't know, but she's clearly absolutely gone because we were having a conversation and then we weren't.
I'm not gone. I'm hardly gone.
You're just on the
at all.
way. You're at least waiting
Going
for the
giddy.
bus. You might not have
Good,
got...
because you ain't got no Disaronno and lemonade. Good God, how strong you make them?
You said to make it that strong. I even made yours weaker and then you moaned at me because I didn't
Ugh.
make it stronger. And you made me empty some out and top it up.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You didn't empty anything out. You
I
just
drank
topped it up.
some.
Oh, that's your version of empty it out a bit.
It emptied out
Okay.
into me and it got emptier and then I topped it up. I can't top up a full glass. That's not how that works. Diddly 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 dip. The Carr Clan. Okay, and then that's on to our next part, which is say it with your chest, which is the part where we are basically going to talk about one thing that has annoyed us about the other person this week, and then you got to try and defend yourself.
Can I go first?
If you want.
Okay. There are loads of things that you do all the
Yeah,
time.
we said one.
I know. So the one thing that's annoyed me the most this week is how you say like at the end of everything you say, and you say you don't do it.
No, I do it. But the problem is, I'll say like in
You
a...
say you don't say it though.
No, I don't do it in the way that you make out I do it. The problem is, I will get to a like, and then you will go, see, you've done it, and I haven't finished talking.
No,
there is just
that's not true.
It's like a
That's not
punctuation
true.
point. It
No,
is
it's
point.
not.
It is true.
You've finished stuff and you've started laughing. You go like, and that's it.
And then that's a punctuation point
No,
for me
it's
to then
not.
come in with the next bit. But you will then go, you say like, and then I don't get to finish.
I wait sometimes. And I'm like, that's it. That's the end of that. You just said like again.
That's a fib and you know
It's
it.
not a
It is a fib.
fucking fib at all.
You have never waited for anything. You are impatient. If there's something to moan, you will not wait. You'll be like, done it. I'm going to kick off about that.
Go on then, your turn.
Or is that it? You don't want it.
Well, you're not accepting the problem.
I do say like. I use like a lot. Like. I will do that to then cause a punctuation point.
You do it in front of people. In fact, I'm pretty sure you did it in front of Natasha and
I would have done
Jonathan at some point last week.
Oh,
so I'm going to ask them,
done.
if you're watching this, tell him that he does that.
I do
because
that.
I'm sure I moaned to one of you two about it.
I will use it mostly as punctuation points, and if I don't have anything else to add on after, I can't exactly take back the like, but I was using the like as a punctuation point for the next
if
bit.
you say so. I don't
But
believe you though.
if you start talking, I can't continue my point. You know what I mean?
You don't continue points though. Sometimes you just leave it like that.
I've literally just explained that. This just shows that you don't listen.
No, you laugh and then you go like.
Like,
So annoying.
and then it's like, I need to get the next bit, and it doesn't come and I just go, fuck it, that's the end of that sentence.
Okay, if you say so, I don't believe you. Let's crack on. What's pissed you off about me then?
The fact that you know we're going to do a podcast, and every time we've tried to do a podcast, roughly 30 seconds before we've tried to click record, you just tried to start some shit. You did it today. We got everything set up. You helped me thingy the green screen, get everything set up, ready to go. And then you were going downstairs, and I went, "Oh, you're going to make a drink?" And you went, "Yeah." And then you came back up and only made yourself a drink.
What did I say?
Clearly.
I'm going to make one for myself this time.
I'm making one for myself this time.
I made one for you before.
Yeah, I'm making
without
one
making
for
myself one.
I'm making one for myself this time implies that you're going to make yourself one. But I obviously want a drink because I've said, "Are you going to make a drink?" And you're like, "Yeah."
And then I said,
And I'm going to make one. I'm going to make one for myself this
Yeah.
time, which would imply that this time you are going to make one for yourself, whereas earlier you didn't make one for yourself. You didn't say, "I'm only going to make myself one."
Yeah,
if you
but when
want
you
one,
said you can make me one as well. I said no. Well,
You
I
didn't.
did. You just
You
didn't hear
didn't.
me because I was going down the stairs.
well,
at that
exactly.
point.
There's you can't have a go at me for something you didn't say to me.
Well, it's not
You,
my fault you
you
didn't
can't.
hear me.
You can't. I can't say to
I
you.
didn't know that you didn't hear
I
me
can't
either.
say to you, "Make me a drink,"
You're
and
a
then
big
you get
boy.
in the kitchen and go, "No." Like, it doesn't work like that.
You
if I
spent
can't hear
nearly
you,
an hour on your own. You could have made yourself a drink. I was putting Willow to bed.
yeah, I was drinking the cup of tea that I'd had earlier.
That I
But-
made ya.
Yeah, it's not my fault you didn't make yourself one then. But if you say, "I'm going to make myself one this time," that would imply that you are actually going to make yourself one. You didn't say, "I'm only making me one, not you. Go make your own if you want one, ready for before we start the podcast." You came upstairs, sorted myself out, came in and went, "Where's my drink?" You went, "I haven't made you one." I said, I was making myself one. Like, yeah, you are making yourself one this time, but you're supposed to be making me one as well. That's why I asked.
Oh well.
And then the time before that, I can't remember what it was, you just decided to kick off and have a massive Barney then.
No, I didn't.
You liar. In fact, we've got half
first-
a recorded.
the
We've got
first time
half
we
a
tried-
recorded podcast
No, the
because you
first-
kicked
Shut
off.
up.
No, this is my beef. You do not butt in my beef. We even have a half recorded podcast where then halfway through you just decided to start some crap, and then when I was like, "Okay, let's not do it," then I was the bad person because you were joking.
I was drunk.
Yeah. And you were like, "I'm too tired for this. I'm not doing this." I was like, "Are you serious?" And you were like, "Yeah." And so
I
we
didn't
just, we
say
just
it like
stopped
that
it.
at all.
We will go.
Yeah, we can. We'll bring it up
Edit it in
now.
right here.
Oh, I didn't say it like that at all.
You bloody well did.
Did not.
And that was after you'd already started shit before we started recording. We were already pretending that we weren't having an argument.
We weren't having an argument tonight.
No, you just thought, exactly, that's my point. We weren't having an argument, and you went, "We're not having an argument yet." Right, let's start some shit with this drink.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I
You do
didn't.
it. You do it regularly. It's not even a podcast.
That's just your problem.
It's not even
you
a
think I do
podcast
things
thing.
on purpose when I don't.
So you didn't on purpose just make yourself a drink and not make me a drink, despite the fact I'd asked if you were making drinks.
Yeah, but I told you.
Yeah. Yeah, you told me when you got to the kitchen, and I'm not in the kitchen.
No, I didn't. I told you on the stairs.
You purposely start things. You're just like, "Do you know what? I've been smiling this afternoon. I need an argument." You even have it at the start of this recording. You going, "You need to stop making me laugh." You just can't deal with being happy.
Yes, I can.
You're a liar. Anytime you're happy, there's a problem. I'm having the best day ever. Let's start an argument.
You can start an argument now.
Yep. The thing is, you're saying no while agreeing to everything I've said.
I'm not agreeing to none of this.
Did you or did you not make yourself a drink
Yes, I
despite
did.
having the
But
conversation?
I told you that I was making myself a drink. And
You said, I'm making myself one this time. You didn't say, I'm not making you one, bugger off and make your own before we start this if you want a drink. You were going downstairs, I said, are you making a drink? And you went, yes, I'm making myself one this time as well.
And then and then you said, you're making me one as well. And I said, no, I'm not. Make your own.
You didn't say make your own.
I did.
If you'd have said, you need to make your own drink, I'd have come downstairs and I'd have made my own drink so that I had a drink.
Well, that's your own fault then.
It's my own fault that you said you were making a
you
drink
weren't
and you were making yourself.
listening.
I was listening.
You weren't.
I said, are you making drinks? And you said, yes, I'm making myself one this time. That means 2 drinks. If you go to the bar and you're getting a round in, I'll go, get yourself one. You don't just come back with one for you. You bring the round. You don't just go, well, you said get me one. I'm like, yeah, and everybody else. That's how that works. If I went up to the bar and just came back with one for myself, like, where's the drink? Oh, you said get me one.
I'd be fucking fuming.
Exactly.
But I told you I wasn't going to get you one.
When you got to the kitchen.
Oh well.
So
It
yeah.
wasn't when you got to the kitchen.
Okay, when you got to the bottom of the stairs where I'm not, where you are purposefully talking quiet because we're losing sleep.
No.
We're losing sleep, we can't make noise. Yes, that's true. You literally just told me off not to say hi guys too loud because we'd wake her up. So you think that you spoke loud enough from halfway down the stairs that I was going to hear you?
Yeah?
You liar. Straight up lies.
Alright. Are you finished having a rant now?
I think so. Are you going to admit that you should have made me a drink?
No.
Tell
I
her
could have, but I chose not to.
when you listen to this, message us and let her know that I'm right. But I'm going to make myself one this time also implies that you are making everybody a drink.
Well, that's the end of that section then. Diddle 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 did the Carr Clan. Oh God.
Don't call me an idiot. This is my favouriteest section ever.
Bet.
Although, I'll be honest with you, I don't really have one for this week anymore.
You don't?
No, because there was that many. Actually, did I write? I think I wrote one down.
You wrote down a time when...
I don't remember if I wrote it or not. I was going to. I think I was going to, and then I couldn't find my notepad. No, I don't think I actually have one this week, which is unfortunate because there's loads of them. Come on, you've got to remember one.
I purposely block them out.
They do happen lots, don't they? And then I can't help but call you an idiot, and then you get angry with me and I'm somehow the bad person because you were an idiot.
So usually, we will be having a section called Don't Call Me an Idiot, which is basically just times that he talks about me being stupid.
No, it's not times that I talk about you being stupid. It's about times that you be an idiot and there is no response other than, Carl, you're an idiot. And then you get angry with me and say, don't call me an idiot!
But luckily this week I haven't been that much of an idiot.
She has really loads. That many that
Really
they've
loads?
Really loads. Really loads. Like, so many that I can't physically remember one of them because there's that many.
The Carr Clan.
We're going to go on to the next section, which is where you guys send us in questions or stories or something, and we will kind of react or say what we would do in that situation. So the first question that one of my best mates, Fiona, sent in, Nonadora on YouTube, check her out. She says, what made you realise Nathan was the one? And the answer is, I never did. It just kind of happened, to be honest.
I never did. No. What a bitch! You never just thought, yeah, he's the one. You just thought, oh shit, we're married now and we've got 3 kids. Balls. When's this happened?
No, I've never really had a realisation that you were the one.
You just knew from the get-go?
Well, it was very early on.
From the moment you were rat-arsed in spoons?
No. Our first encounter was shit, to be fair.
How is it shit?
Because it was. I was drunk. I paid for my own fucking drinks and my own food. We walked home. You didn't even give me a kiss goodbye.
Yeah. Because a girl that kisses on a first date is usually a hussy.
Oh, but what girls do on the second date doesn't mean anything, does it?
You meant to wait to the third, but fast forwarded it.
Well, basically, probably after about a week of us just hanging out because we weren't together, I asked you to be my boyfriend, didn't I? Because I was like, I never intended on getting with him. I never intended on getting with anybody. Because that wasn't what I was aiming for at the time. And then after four days of being together, we were staying at my mother's, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we went to... Oh, what was it called? Because it's a trampoline place now, isn't it? Next to Chili Kiddies, what there was like a little bowling thing in there.
We went to Chili Kiddies. We actually went to Chili Kiddies, and then the arcade bit was attached to the side of it, wasn't it? Because there used to be a hole through.
Yeah, because my twin brother and sister were quite little then, so my mum took them to that. And then afterwards, I asked him to be my boyfriend because somehow I got smitten, and he was like, "I don't know, I'll have to think about it."
But that wasn't for the reason that you thought it was, or that it would have been.
Why?
It was because you had the whole family dynamic, and
Bit of a weird family dynamic.
at the time it wasn't though.
Well, it was. You just didn't know about it.
Well, exactly. But at the time it didn't seem like it seemed like happy families, pretty much. Well, it did. You was having parties at your mum's, and we stopped at your mum's, and we went out, and do you know what I mean? And the reason that it was like that is because my first ever proper girlfriend had that family dynamic, and I was always around their house and hanging out with their family, and I called her mum, and when we split up, it absolutely killed me, but not because we split up, but because I lost a whole family when we split up.
Yeah.
And that was why I was like, I really need to think about it, because splitting up with her it run its course and it was over. But splitting up with her, then split up with her mum, her dad, her sister's boyfriend, and that whole little family dynamic that I'd had for that time, that was what made it so difficult. So being with you, and then there was that family dynamic, and then at that point there was 4 siblings and a parent, and do you know what I mean? It's a whole other section of stuff that would have been like breaking up with, and that's why I was like, I don't know, I need to think about it. It wasn't because I was like, I don't know if I can deal with you. But if you ask me now, I would say I've got to think about it.
So yeah, I never realised that he was the one. I just got smitten very, very quickly. It was very unexpected. But yeah, everything just kind of felt right. Everything happened very fast as well in our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The other question is from my adopted mummy, Sarah. She says, "How have you not killed Nathan yet?" I still don't know the answer to that either.
Because he's doing too good of a job trying to do it himself. You don't need to.
No, not anymore.
I don't know. I've started wrestling. We'll see.
It's not like how it was back in the day.
No.
Like flips.
Still do a little bit. Start doing it more again now. I'm getting back into shape more. But it was like roller derby and everything, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Remember when I had that concussion?
Yes. And your shoulder as well. Actually, I think whilst we've been together, the most amount of times you've been in hospital is because of roller derby.
Mm-hmm. And they've all been because of roller derby.
Was that lumbar puncture with that as well then?
The lumbar puncture was when I had the concussion. Because they didn't know because they were worried about it.
No, it's not all of them. Because that was I've just thought of the one that wasn't. When we was at the flat, you had that problem with your chest, and they had to take you down in that strap thing, and they took you to
when they thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
They still don't even know what that was.
No.
I was having chest pains at work, and I was like, I need to go home because these are killing me, and went home. I'd been having them a little bit prior, but they got bad at work.
I don't remember.
So I came home, and they were really bad, and we phoned the ambulance, and they came, and they put one of their...
ECG.
Is it an ECG, which draws the little lines?
Yeah.
And for it to be classed as a heart attack, it has to go up like 3 squares on the ECG when it does the thing. And mine was going up like 2 3/4, and they were like, it's not more than 3, but it shouldn't really be going up any.
Yeah.
So they put me in the we were on the second floor of the Masonettes. They put me in that sitting buggy thing that could go downstairs, and they wheeled me down the stairs, didn't they?
Yep.
And then I had a, like when you have a baby, what's it called? Scan.
Ultrasound.
Yeah, I had an ultrasound on my heart, and they were like, "No, it's beating normal. There's no signs of any problems with it. Is it still hurting? Yeah. Okay, well it looks alright. Go home." And then my concussion's the only time I've ever known a hospital be worried. Like with my heart, you'd think there would be like, okay, we don't know what's caused it. That's going up that high. We should keep him in overnight and make sure everything's okay. But it was pretty much, it looks fine. Go home. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Whereas my concussion, they were like, yeah, we're going to take you down for a scan. Yeah, we're going to do this. You're staying in overnight. You're having a lumbar puncture. You're doing this. You're going to stay in. You're going to do that. Because they were worried about it. But that was because I'd smashed my head on the Saturday. And then it was the Monday night, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't remember.
It was either the Monday night or the Tuesday night. Because they were worried because it wasn't long after that lady skier had the crash. And she got the delayed onset concussion and it killed her. It was literally like 6 months.
Literally have no idea what you're talking about now.
So there was a lady, like in one of the Olympics type things. She come off her skis and smashed her head, and like completely destroyed her helmet, but she was fine. And she went home, and like 4 days later, she had a delayed onset concussion, and she died. So I'd smashed my head on the Saturday, and it was like the Monday night or the Tuesday night that my head just suddenly exploded, and I was in agony, couldn't see, and they were worried about it, and that's why I went and had the scan, the big one where you go in the machine.
The MRI.
I had one of them.
Yeah.
And the lumbar puncture where they drained the fluid off, and they wanted to check everything was all right because I was ridiculously light sensitive and it had all come on, and they were worried about it, and they kept me in overnight and everything. Men out there, I don't know if you've ever had to wee in one of those weird little bottle things they give you in the hospital. But then try doing that when you've just had a needle right through your spine and you're light sensitive so can't see and you're drowsy because you're on multiple drugs. I was like, I don't know. I actually don't know where I weed. There was definitely wee in the tube, but it could have been on the floor. It could have been. I was like that.
Were you sat up or was you lying down?
Sitting up a bit. Well, I was kind of trying to kneel because I couldn't do it lying down, so I was trying to kneel while woozy. So I put my thing in the hole, but then that caused like a vacuum and it like blew outwards. I was like, no.
That's so funny. Oh god,
You gotta laugh at these things, otherwise you'd cry. Plus, it was just hurting in general to be alive at that point. Because my head was still killing and my back was now killing because they just rammed a needle in it. So I was in agony trying to have a wee, blindfolded basically, while the room's spinning. Have you ever tried to...
pretty big as well, eh?
What?
Needle's pretty big that goes in your back.
Have you ever tried to have a wee while really drunk into one of those little urinals that's just like a bucket on the wall type thing? It was like that, but now the hole's only this big and I was blindfolded. Well, that jumped right down, didn't it? Why do you love Nathan? Because he wees in holes this big.
Well, that's all the questions. I do have somebody that sent in a story, but they've requested to be anonymous. I haven't read it, and you haven't read it, have you?
No, I wanted to keep this story for special.
So,
Is it better than weeing in a hole?
I presume so.
I presume so. Okay, let's go for it.
So I'm just going to read it as they've written it. Okay, because they've sent it on a message. Okay, it's the story of how the wine got into a child's sippy cup with their name on it. They've actually written this as a proper story, by the look of it. Okay, so, they've come home, you've been ill and looking after the little one again, but you've had time to make food for you all. You think maybe for once they won't pass out within seconds of returning home. Only they do. On the sofa, you try and keep them awake, but nothing. A bit of you screams inside of you, check the car. You start searching the coat on their back for the keys. This soon wakes them up panicking. You open the front door. They bellow for their car keys back. You get to the landing of the maisonette only
Wait, why has the child got car keys?
I think this isn't the kid. This is
Okay.
their partner. You get to the landing of your maisonette only to find your kid's sippy cup with their name on. You're instantly like, what the fuck, maybe they forgot to bring it up as they had stuff to carry. But the kid had been with you all day, so it wasn't him. You pick it up, turn the lid, take it off and sniff, it's alcohol. Alarm bells ring in your head, what the fuck did they put alcohol in the kid's cup? What if the kid had drank it as it is in his cup after all, with his name on?
Help him sleep. What? When I was a kid, and I'm talking little kid, like real little kid, like gotta be under 8. I used to get whiskey all the time, and like especially if I got toothache, get whiskey and rub it into my gums.
It's a bit different to having alcohol in a sippy cup.
Yeah, there's a difference between a glass of whiskey and a bit of wine.
Alright, let me carry on.
Go on then.
You walk back to the flat. They are now upstairs waiting for you on the landing. You show them the cup and ask why is there wine in the sippy cup? Who did it? At first they say it's their sister did it. You question why would your sister put wine in the kid's cup? They say, don't know.
Is it red wine or white wine?
I don't know.
Because if it was red wine and you're already drunk, that's a good way to stop you spilling it down yourself.
A thought popped into your head. What would she say if I say, oh, it's the kids, and say you're going to question about it? Will she then tell the truth? So you do. Only she doesn't tell the truth. She tells you straight up to ask the 5-year-old why there's wine in his cup. What would you do now?
Ask the 5-year-old? I'd be like...
You'd ask the
I'd
5-year-old
flat out
straight
just
out.
go, do you know what this is? Why is it in here? And then you'd get a 5-year-old response. And 5-year-olds, generally speaking, are either going to make up some mental story that RoboCop came from the future with a pet dinosaur and the dinosaur weed it into the cup, or they're going to go, yeah, she did it. Because there's going to be, they're not going to, or they're going to be like, she told me to tell you.
I don't know how I'd react to that. It's a bit of a weird situation to be in, because if you came home and passed out on the sofa because you were drunk, and there was alcohol in Maggie's bottle or something,
Yeah.
I'd be like, why the fuck have you put it in there?
And my response to that would be, if Maggie was with you, it would be different if I was out with Maggie. I think these are two different things for me.
Okay.
If I was out with Maggie and I came home drunk and there was alcohol in Maggie's drinks bottle, I would fully expect you to be like, what the hell's going on here? If Maggie was at home with you and I was out and I came back home with alcohol in Maggie's drinks cup and you were like, what's going on here? I'd be like, well, I was drinking at so-and-so's house and I wanted one for the road and Maggie's cup was in the car. So I put it into Maggie's cup so I could come home. Whereas...
Well, it says they've come home at the start, so I'm guessing it's
Yes, to
the
make
partner
it-
and the kid.
No, it very clearly says it can't be his because he was with me all day.
Oh yeah, looking after the little one.
That's what I'm saying. So if the little one was with me and I came home with it like that, it would still probably be the same answer. I wanted one for the road and I wasn't allowed to bring a glass with me, so I put it in Maggie's cup. She wasn't allowed it. But I think that would be unacceptable. But if I was on my own and it was a drinks vessel and I had a drink, then I don't think that would be so bad. The issue, this is the same as I say with the kids. For me, the issue wouldn't be that it's been done. Because for me, there's a logical reason that that's been done. Even if it's that you're fully pissed and you've got a white shirt on and it's red wine and you don't want to spill the red wine on yourself, but you still want to drink some red wine, you've got it in a sippy cup. Like, it's a terrible reason, but you've got a reason. The problem is the lying. That's the bit that's unacceptable. If I came home and I'd got drink in one of the kids' things and you were like, why is this in here? I would just be like, because I was drinking it and I wasn't allowed to bring a pint glass out of the bar. Like, that would be my response. There would be no, like, I don't know, Liam did it. Like, do you know, that's where the problem is. To me, there's no problem with it's a drinks vessel and you put a drink in it. As long as you're not giving that to the kid, I don't really see an issue. The issue is the lying afterwards.
Yeah.
I've probably done things like that before.
I think the more thing the one thing that's mainly sticking out to me in it is they say you think maybe for once they won't pass out within seconds of returning home, only they do on the sofa. But you try and keep them awake, but nothing. Which implies that if there's wine in that sippy cup, that this person is an alcoholic.
Yeah, but you're thinking far too deep in the situation here. That's okay. So then, if we go with that, you know that they're drunk. You know it's their alcohol. Well, what else do you want from this? You already know the answer. Just let them be drunk and put them in bed and tell them to shut the fuck up and be in a mood with them. You already know the answer, so trying to argue about the answer. It's what I say to you in regards to when we have arguments half the time. I go, is it worth arguing about? You already know the answers, so why are we arguing? It's the same kind of thing. You know that they're drunk. You know that was clearly theirs in the sippy cup. Just tell them to piss off to bed and don't talk to them tomorrow. There's no point having an argument with a drunk person anyway.
Yeah.
Because one, all that's going to happen is you're going to have an argument. Two, they're probably not going to remember the argument tomorrow anyway. So all that you did was use your own energy to argue against somebody that's not really arguing because they're not even really there. So you've just wasted your own time. That's in regards to that. But in regards to drink being in a sippy cup, I'm down. I'm down for that. I've got time for that. As long as you're not giving it to the kid. There's definitely times where I could have done with a sippy cup.
And what about going to the 5-year-old to ask them?
I'll fully ask them. We already did that. Because you're going to get one of two responses from a child. Absolute nonsense that you're just going to get a laugh out of. Or the facts. Because even if you say to a 5-year-old, I've done it with the kids before.
Have you?
Yeah. And you know. Because it's been like, okay, when we go in, tell your mum that we've been down the park and you've had a fruit shoot. And they'll come in, they'll be like, Daddy said we went to the park and we only had a fruit shoot. Oh, did he? What did you really have? Oh, we went to McDonald's and we had a Coke. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. They're either going to drop you in it or straight up tell the facts. Or you're going to get something that's hilarious because they're just going to be like, Buzz Lightyear flew out of the sky and he had a wine dispenser with him because he'd just been to a party with Batman. Like, you're going to get pure nonsense.
Yeah.
So either way, yeah, just ask the 5-year-old. Do you know why this is in here? Is this yours? I would.
Let me smell your breath.
Yeah. You've been drinking. Go on then, what about you?
What about me?
What about you? Wine in alcohol in a sippy cup. What do you drink? Blue Wicked in a sippy cup.
But I don't know. Like, I'd probably flip out at you if you did it.
Why?
Because the automatic thing in your head is like that if you put it in a sippy cup, it's for the kid. That's the automatic thing that you go to for me, anyway. Yeah. Not the.
Of course it would, but then the response from me would be, you've had the kid, so it's clearly not for them. I've been drinking it because it was a liquid vessel and I needed a vessel for my liquid.
In regards to asking, like Maggie, say, yeah, I'd ask her just to see what she said.
Yeah, it's
because I think Maggie would just dob you in it straight away. Mm-hmm. Riley probably wouldn't.
Riley would say Maggie did it.
Yeah.
The Carr Clan.
Right then, guys, that's the end of this week's podcast. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you from
And thank you from him.
Really hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Go over and check out our YouTube channel. Do all the things that you'll hear Riley say on there, like hit the notification button and like our videos and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments below. We genuinely do read all of them, and the kids get so excited with every subscription.
Yeah.
Like they always check. They always want to see if we've got more. So yeah, get on over there, share it. Even if you've already liked and subscribed, share it. Share the podcast, and hopefully we will catch you next week.
Yeah, hopefully. Might be 3 weeks from now, you never know.
It's not. We're going to do this every week. Even if it's only a quick 20-minute one that you guys get, we're going to do this every week until we can get into a proper routine. And you can, we can do a full episode every week.
Our social media platforms, on Facebook, you can get either of us like independently, Kelda Carr, Nathan Carr, or we've got the Carr Clan page, and on Instagram there's the Carr Clan page on there, or me, which is, I think that's Kelda Carr as well. Send us a message on there or comment on any of the posts or anything. Like the pages. The support would be really grateful for it if you could do that.
Send us your stories.
Yeah.
We had great fun with that one. Well, I did. You didn't so much. But I had great fun with that one. I like moral dilemmas.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, just send us your stories.
Yeah, the worse the better.
Yeah. I want some real nasty stuff. If you've got poo stories, there you go. They're good ones. Well, yep, thanks for listening, and we'll check you out next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Diddly 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 dip. The Carr Clan.